Hey guys, it's Josh. Sorry this video took so long to come out. It's been recorded for months and it's just been sitting on my hard drive. To be honest with you, I just had a really crappy time over the summer and I've been dealing with a lot of personal things in my personal life. And I just wanted to get it out because it was already recorded and I feel like it's some decent content. The podcast is going to be monthly instead of weekly like originally planned because that's just easier to keep up with my schedule. Not to mention, I do plan on rolling out the main content of this channel, which is music reviews, on a weekly basis, and those are much harder to edit since I have to deal with visuals and all the blemishes and all that stuff. But overall, thank you for tuning in, and I hope you enjoyed this episode of the podcast. Spoilers and profanity are included in this podcast. Thanks for tuning in. Enjoy. And today we're going to be discussing Han Solo. Keep in mind that this is a spoiler discussion, so we're gonna be ruining the entire movie. Honestly, it's not even worth seeing it, and we're gonna tell you why.
Solo, a Star Wars movie. Now,
Isn't it like a Star Wars story or some shit?
A Star Wars, yes, some shit like that. Now, reviews for this movie have been kind of mixed.
Really?
Some people like it, some people hate it.
I know.
I was surprised that Red Letter Media is actually.
Yeah,
actually think the
me
movie's
too.
actually not bad. And I was like, huh, that's weird.
Yeah,
Because they seem to be so excited and so hyped to harp on how bad the movie was going to be.
I was surprised fucking Rich Evans actually enjoyed it.
Yeah, and I don't get why, because it's
just a boring movie, pretty much.
Yeah, we are not fans of it. I was not a fan of it. I saw it before you.
Yeah,
and I think me telling you what I didn't like about it is what motivated you to go see it.
I mean, I was gonna see it regardless just to talk about it, but you telling me that it was actually not that good kind of made me even more curious. And when I actually,
and the fact that people are comparing it to Cowboy Bebop is another weird one out there.
That there's no comparison. There's literally just no comparison.
It's criminals in space. That's It's live action Cowboy Bebop. That's what this is.
It's fucking not. Don't go into the fucking movie theater expecting that at all, because it's really just a fucking. It's just not they're two different fucking pieces of media.
Yeah.
They're just both set in space. But I don't know how you want to break this down. I was thinking we can go beat by beat in the story,
and then go on to more the more technical stuff that's going on.
Yeah, it's not like the other two movies that we talked about where it's okay, this is what I like, this is what I hated. For the most part, my enjoyment of the movie tend to go up as I was watching it. And then it fucking plummeted again.
I was getting spikes until it's starting to drift off because it was because it just got long.
All right, so yeah,
bored. I was wanting to get out of the theater.
Yeah, I think going through it chronologically is gonna be the best way to do it. But I am actually curious about how your theater experience went, because when I actually went to this nice theater in downtown Gardens, and it has leather. It's Cobb Theaters. It has leather.
Yeah, I used to work there. Well, not at that Cobb. I used to work at the Cobb in Daytona Beach.
Oh yeah, but they have leather seats and all that shit. It's
really nice.
Really fucking nice. It was a nice theater going experience, and I wish I saw a better movie there. And I
just don't work there.
I ordered this fucking fat plate of fucking nachos that I didn't expect to be that.
Yeah, the nachos that we had.
Yeah,
that place is fucking pricey.
And pretty much I enjoyed the food more than I enjoyed the fucking movie. The nachos are what I remember more fondly rather than the fucking film itself. But how was your theater going experience? My theater was fucking empty.
I can't say that I have fond memories of Cobb, but I actually went to the theater in the mall at the Wellington Green.
Oh wow!
and I went with my dad because he's a big Star Wars guy. He's the reason why I saw it because I wasn't really planning on seeing it because I wasn't too excited for it
Mm-hmm.
because the trailers were showing me things that disappointed me. Um, but yeah, I wanted to go see it with him. And it was pretty similar where it was very empty. It was maybe like me, him, and then maybe like 10 other people at most. Like, it was a very very like empty theater.
It was me, my girlfriend, and like fucking five other people. Like there were two people like behind us, and then there was one person in our row, and then there were two people behind him, and I think that was it.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. So at the time of recording, I think it bombed. I'm not sure the exact numbers. Fucking hell. Okay, so domestically it grossed 148 million,
Oh yeah,
and
that's a fucking bomb.
yeah,
Jesus
for
Christ.
fucking a Star
For
Wars
Star
movie.
Wars?
Yeah, that's
Oh wait,
fucking terrible.
100 million? Jesus.
On the opening weekend, it was
That's nothing.
yeah. In the opening weekend, it was 84 million. Yeah, nobody gave a shit about this theater. I mean, this movie.
I'll want to do great in China or some shit because that's always how shit works.
I doubt it because it's not even that like action heavy. Usually, the American movies that do good in China are like just constant like explosions and shit. This has a lot of like dialogue and things that people like. You have to be a Star Wars fan to even like semi appreciate this movie. Like, I don't see
Oh
how.
yeah, oh yeah. You can't go into this movie with the intent of enjoying it without having prior knowledge of the Star Wars
I
universe.
genuinely don't see how anybody could like walk into this movie and enjoy it without like ever seeing a Star Wars movie beforehand.
But given our modern era, most people have seen a Star Wars movie or
Yeah, or
two.
at least like understand the story of Star Wars. Like it's not that complicated once you get down to the meat of it. But even then, I feel like in this
But
movie in particular, you have to
yeah,
have like you have to be a Star Wars fan to some
which,
extent.
which doesn't work when it's a fucking prequel.
Yeah, it's
You can't you can't have that be the case with a movie that is meant to set up and explain things.
yeah, the production like the entire like production of the movie apparently was a mess because there were reports of like
Yeah, there were multiple directors that were signed on and then signed off later on,
and then they
and
freaking
then
bought in like Ron Howard, the like least creative person in fucking Hollywood right now. Like it fucking shows in the movie too. Like everything that went bad behind the scenes fucking shows in the movie. Like
like the
the
cinematography,
there is no cinematography. It's like anti cinematography.
how silhouettes are on screen talking.
Dude, like the lighting is awful. It's just terrible.
Uh,
It really is fucking just terrible. Like I didn't.
but Josh, they explained how he got through the this path and oh fuck it, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit.
All right. All right.
I'm
Let's
not
start
gonna
talking
try.
about it. So like the movie fucking opens up with. Okay, spoilers. I already said it, but spoilers again. Don't fucking see the movie. Bootleg it. Wait. Never mind. I don't.
Wait a couple months for it to go on Disney's soon-to-be streaming website.
The Small PP podcast does not condone piracy of any kind. um, but yeah, don't fucking see it. Have some
Don't pay $18 to see this movie.
find some other means of seeing it. Like give as little money as possible to this movie. You know, vote with your dollar. But all right, so the movie opens up. I legitimately knew I wasn't gonna like it from the first fucking scene because it it opens up.
I knew from the trailers
I barely
because from
watched.
the trailers it's showing me that Han Solo is going to have zero development in the ways I wanted to see him.
I barely like watched any trailers. Like I was just like, oh, they're doing a Han Solo movie. I guess I'll go fucking check it out.
I mean, because in the trailers, it's Han Solo as a 20-year-old, and that's pretty much it.
you,
And it's and what I hope to get out of a character-driven prequel is to hopefully get to see how this character became who they are and why they are the way they are.
Oh, there's fucking none of that.
When there is none of that,
Like
and he is already the cocky pilot we know today.
they
So there's no point in having this movie if we're not going to show any of his character developing.
like
Also, isn't it convenient how so many major things in his past that have been brought up in the original movies just happen to all take place within like the same week?
I actually fucking thought about that too. Like
He met Lando. He did all this other shit. He got the Millennium Falcon, all within like a 3-day timeline.
the other
All
part
this shit.
there's a fucking 3-year time skip. So like they could have like at least spaced
They
it
could
out
have spread
more.
up, but no, it's all condensed to like 3 days.
Yeah, it's all right. So let's get into it. So the movie opens up with
He
fucking,
met Chewie. He met Lando. He got the Millennium Falcon. He did the.
He got his last name. Well, no, he got his last
he-
name like in the. Oh, jeez.
The last name doesn't fucking matter. It's his name. They did not need to
They
explain how he got
didn't
his
need to
last
fucking do
name.
that. Like the
He did all this shit all within like 3 fucking days. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay.
and there's like
whatever.
so much fucking flavor text. Like,
And characters who don't need to exist.
like every single fucking line in the fucking movie is referencing something like off screen. Everything coming out of
Well-
Lando's mouth is just not Lando. Han's mouth is just like I remember back on what the fuck is the name of his home planet again?
Dude, I don't give a shit.
Nobody fucking remembers, but yeah, I remember back
Or
on my home planet.
it's him saying a phrase that he will later say in the future.
Yeah, or he'll just like sit there and like talk about shit that just didn't happen.
Oh, your name's Chewbacca. I gotta give you a nickname. That's too long.
Yeah, it's just
Some fucking stupid shit.
it's just so much fucking stupid shit.
Okay, we said we can do this chronologically. Let's start at the beginning of this movie.
Okay, so like it opens up with Han getting chased by some gangsters that like I don't even know what happened, but like he owes them money.
He was doing a deal for a centipede lady
Yeah,
who
and then
he's a slave of.
and then
Slave gang member of, or whatever the fuck.
the deal fell through. Another fucking issue that I have with this movie, it paces itself terribly in the fucking first part. Like this shit is going on like breakneck fucking speed. Like they could have just slowed it down a fucking pinch. Like they could have developed Han's relationship with his fucking love interest. They could have like they could have just slowed it down because the second we come into the movie.
The love interest shows up, love interest disappears. In like
Yeah,
the
love
span of,
interest
like,
shows
10
up
minutes.
and it's just like, oh, I can't wait to run away with you. And
It's like,
blah,
oh,
blah,
Han
blah,
has
we're
a
gonna-
love interest. That's weird for his character.
Like, oh, we're gonna run away together and do everything and all that. Like, you couldn't at least like just show. I don't know. You could have. All they had to do. I'm gonna like steal this from Red Letter Media, I think it was, or it was YMS. But all they had to do was literally have like Han be hiding out from gangsters for like one fucking day. One day. Like they could have shot like a fucking 3-minute scene of him like cuddling with his love interest in the bed, talking about like what they want to do, and then they could have had gangsters like bust in, and then they could have started the chasing, and then he could have lost that custom.
Him and her hiding out on the streets, being homeless together, while they try to hide from the gangsters. Have that fooly cooly shit going on,
Like
in the
just
outside
something, but
Haruko,
instead they're just like
wrapped up in cardboard boxes while they're being hunted down by fucking government agents and shit.
instead it's just like, oh, we gotta
So
go.
interactions and why this character cares about this person.
Yeah,
Show don't
like,
tell.
I did not
Show don't tell. That's the fucking rule.
I did not give a shit about like their relationship at all. Like they had no on-screen chemistry at all. That's another fucking thing.
She had no reason to exist within the plot of the movie.
She really didn't. Like
She does nothing.
yeah, she was just a fucking background character in the fucking action scene. She genuinely just did nothing for the whole freaking movie. Like that during that entire breakout scene, she didn't
Until
have to
she
fucking be there.
does.
She
At the very end.
the only
And
thing
it's
I remember
stupid and
her
you hate it.
the only thing I remember her doing, like other than that fucking dumb Darth Maul ending, was
yeah, that shit. We'll get to that.
like
We'll
when
get
she
to
fucking like just took out that one guy in the fucking prison escape scene. But anyway, he all right. So he runs away from these gangsters and he gets to like this border patrol place or whatever, or this like customs place.
We're skipping a bit, but it's the shit that doesn't matter.
It really is.
He likes a girl. They want to leave their shitty life.
Yeah.
They try to leave their shitty life. People are chasing them.
Yeah.
They get
and
to the
then
border,
when he gets
and they
to
get separated.
when he gets to like the customs or the basically he gets to a fucking airport, and when
Space airport.
Yeah, when he spaceport, when he gets to the airport, he has to bribe the border agent to get through, but meanwhile the gangsters are still chasing him through the airport, and then his love interest gets captured, and then he just joins the
They're
fucking.
being hunted, and they're bribing this fucking lady in the fucking slowest way possible.
Yeah, and it's just like.
And they're like talking, like with each other while they're being hunted down and trying to bribe this lady, like.
But yeah, and then so she gets captured and taken back. Apparently, nothing fucking happens to her for 3 years, and
she's fine. She's better off as a result of it, apparently.
But yeah, Han decides to join the fucking military. That the fucking I know I guess this is nitpicking, but Jesus Christ, I've never seen a more ugly war scene in any other fucking movie. Even the prequels,
because war is bad.
Even the prequels had better war scenes. Literally, they just sit there and shoot lasers in a mud pit.
You can't see shit in this war scene.
You cannot see shit. You see a
fucking... all the characters are wearing the exact same outfit, including Han, despite him being... Despite you might want to be able to tell which one is the main character. You can't see who's talking.
I was legitimately
same.
I was legitimately confused.
Their mouths are covered up for some reason. For some of them.
I was fucking confused when somebody
it's shot. Silhouetted and shit, and there's this bright lights and this darks. The contrast is out of fucking control.
It's bad. The only thing you can actually see is the only thing you can make out and recognize is the fucking ATST walker or AT.
But you have to have in there.
Yeah,
you gotta throw an ATST in there.
Just dude, fucking I was waiting, I was watching the entire movie, and then halfway through, I noticed that there wasn't a lightsaber, and I was just like, "Holy shit!"
Oh no, there was.
No.
Halfway didn't wait long enough.
Yeah, halfway through the movie, I was just like, "Holy shit! Are they gonna actually not put a lightsaber in a Star Wars movie?" I'd be so fucking proud of Disney. And then
they got shoehorn in some
they literally
dumb Jedi bullshit at the very end. They literally
just shoehorned.
We're not there yet. We're not there yet.
All right,
we're not there.
Fine.
Yet.
So all right, we
got a bunch of bullshit to get through.
This movie is a mess. Han is on the battlefield, and he meets up with Woody Harrelson's character, and I don't the scene is just fucking played so badly. So he meets up with Woody Harrelson's character, and Woody Harrelson is portrayed to be an actual legitimate army captain.
He's a thief and pretending to be a captain in the Imperial Army. Which you think would be a lot harder than he makes it seem.
Yeah, he legit just walks in and walks up.
It's pretty obvious he's not an officer. He's literally he killed a real officer to steal his clothes, and that's what he's fucking doing. That was his plan for infiltrating this base.
And it worked. It fucking worked. I don't even know how. I don't even know how the rest of them
Han brings up. Oh, it's weird. Your uniform has bullet holes, but you seem fine. I'm like, yeah, no shit. There's no one else seeing this shit. And Woody Harrelson's not trying to hide it or anything. He's wearing an open coat. He could have buttoned up his coat or some shit. Try to hide it. No, it's just open.
He dresses like a fucking he dresses like he draws attention to himself too. But okay, so after the battle where nobody knows what the fuck happens, honestly, you can't even see the enemy. But yeah, after that they end up.
Han confronts Woody Harrelson. He's like, "Hey, I know you're not who you say you are. Let me join your crew." And Woody Harrelson's like, "Nah, fuck you, bitch."
Yeah.
Hey, Imperial, this guy's a fucking terrorist. Go kick his ass and throw him in the hole.
I like how, you'd think that the Imperials would say wait a second, who are you? Or something.
They're like, yes, Captain.
Yeah,
he has a few stars. That's our boss, even though we should know what our boss looks like.
But he got fucking like promoted offhand in the middle of a battle. So like, it's oh god. Okay, fine. So the fucking idiot guards sit there and bring him into a cage with the quote unquote beast, and I'm just like, I was hoping for like an alien, like an actual huge alien that was gonna try and kill him. Like
it should have been like a rancor or some shit.
Yeah, like the thing from fucking episode 6, where like Luke Skywalker has to fucking fight him. I expected that. And I was just like, all right, cool. The first proper action set piece. No, it's just fucking Chewbacca.
and the first bullshit arrives.
Like
the first ass pull of the movie. Han Solo can speak Wookiee for some reason.
It's just
for no reason.
It was legitimately.
He just happens to be able to speak Wookiee.
He just says like, "Oh, I learned it when I was in the military doing some shit."
Which, if that was the case, you would think that the other guards would also be able to speak Wookiee.
Okay, so he.
But no, that's the way Chewbacca reacts. It appears that this is the first person who's been able to speak to me in my native language for like 1 billion years. Finally, I have someone to talk to.
So he, but then they just drop it. They never.
He fucking speaks Wookiee for some reason, and then for the rest of the movie, Chewbacca just understands English.
Yeah, he speaks Wookiee for like just the remainder of the scene, and then
just enough to where it needs to happen.
And then once they like break out, so like he speaks Wookiee to cooperate with Chewbacca, and then he breaks out of the little cage that they're in.
They kill everybody. They run over to go.
No. They don't kill everybody. They just kill the 2 fucking guards.
And then they just run.
And then they don't even run. Han just poses as a freaking guard carrying Chewbacca through the thing, and it actually fucking works. Like okay, after he breaks out with Chewbacca, which nobody notices. The freaking cage collapses in on itself. Nobody bats an eye.
No one's like around. Hey, are you guards down there okay? Everyone except for those 2 guards are gone, and they left to go somewhere else. Those 2 guards were the only one in the area.
It's so fucking alright. It's so fucking bad. After the guards after the fucking huge cage collapse, like it's not even the cage is like a good.
It's not even a cage. The floor collapses in.
The good floor,
the fucking floor collapses in on itself.
Like Chewie's cell is a good like 10 yards by 10 yards at the very fucking least, and it collapses in on itself. And then Han just like tries to blend in, and then he gets to Woody Harrelson's character or whatever.
He's like, "Hey, let me on your ship now. Look how cool I am. I got the beast on our side."
There was no fucking reason to like.
Woody Harrelson's like, "You know what? This kid's all right.
God.
I like this kid. Let him on board."
And I was like sitting there the whole time. It's like, is nobody noticing that the ship is taking off without like clearance? Like. Literally every single stuff in every single.
Is no one looking in the window of this ship and seeing this alien?
Every single Star Wars
who's piloting the ship.
Every single piece of Star Wars media, every single time a ship takes off, they have to like sit there and ask permission, especially when it's a freaking Imperial ships. So they just sit there and take off. Nobody does anything. It's not even like they get chased. It's not even like there's a freaking chase scene. Like an Indiana Jones type thing where they're like, "Oh, let us on the ship. We gotta leave." Blah 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 blah. No, they just freaking walk through the entire enemy base, and then they freaking leave with these thieves. No resistance at all, and then
they're all buddies,
and then they're all friends. Mind you, all of this is freaking shot terribly. You can barely see anybody's fucking face. You literally cannot see the people's face sometimes. Like. It's all freaking gray and muddy, and like it just looks awful. Everybody's wearing gray or brown, and everybody's like covered in freaking brown or gray dirt, and it's just like people. They literally shot the fucking scene where he gets taken away in a shadow, like.
And then it is time for the train heist, which is borderline stolen from the first episode of Firefly.
I haven't watched that, but like when I was
The
enjoying.
first episode is a train heist where the ship goes down onto the above the train. They jump off and walk across to go get some goods that they are stealing
Christ.
because they were hired to go steal some goods from this train.
While like the first few minutes while I was watching it, I was just like, okay, this is kind of enjoyable, derivative but enjoyable. And then I don't know, just too many things started to go wrong. Like I think they just did too much in this scene. They did too much.
Things need to go wrong for the sake of action to happen. That way your audience doesn't get bored. Because God forbid you have any creative dialogue or some interesting circumstances going on or scenes that aren't stolen from something else to help keep the audience engaged without needing constant action.
Like literally, they shouldn't have. They weren't successful at the end, but they should.
Everything went wrong. Everything that could fail did fail.
But of course, like, the main character survived without a fucking scratch. Like, they didn't even get shot. So
The main character survived, and by that we mean Chewie, Han, and Woody Harrelson.
yeah,
Everyone else on Woody Harrelson's crew died.
the pilot has fucking stormtrooper aim. So when the pirate bounty hunters or whatever like come on the ship to take it over, like he just immediately gets shot, and then he conveniently lives enough to pilot the ship to continue on with the heist, and then
Just enough time for Han to get on board and become the new pilot.
and then
Literally throwing the body of the old pilot behind him to pilot the ship.
and then he's literally just like, "Hey kid, you are a good pilot." Blah. I'm like what the fuck?
Also, we should bring up the scene before the heist that I forgot to bring up, which is all of them sitting on a campfire talking about family and the importance of family and friendship.
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I knew the movie.
Which I'm gonna bring up again later on.
I knew the movie was gonna be like a fucking shit show, so I didn't even hesitate to go get up and get a fucking refill. Like, I got up and I missed that entire fucking scene, and then I came back. I was just like, okay, so nothing fucking important happened.
No, yeah, nothing. They sat in a bonfire, drank, and talked about friendship
Like, all I remember seeing,
and how important family is.
all I remember,
Right, and then in the next scene, everyone except Woody Harrelson.
all I remember
and
seeing was
Chewie and
like
Han get fucking killed for
Han,
no reason.
Han just sat there and was just like, I'm gonna be a pilot, and I have to go back to my home planet, and I have to
To
save.
save my girlfriend,
And then
who is probably dead for trying to get away, and is now 3 years later.
so he, after that, so the Woody Harrelson's girlfriend or fiance or whatever, she just gets like, she unnecessarily like commits suicide.
Very unnecessarily.
She could have just like blasted the patrol droids, but
Like she did.
but
and-
instead
and-
she shot
before.
one. She shot one, and then she was just like, you know what, this isn't gonna work. And then she decides to freaking blow herself up for no fucking reason. And then Woody showed. Woody was
He's
just
like,
like, no,
"No."
for like a second, and then he's just like, well, back to the fucking train. Honestly, it didn't even look like.
And then when they finally start to get this train, like, oh yeah, we're gonna succeed, and then oh no, we crashed the train into a fucking mountain,
Her fucking character.
and we lost all of the treasure that we were going to sell to this evil guy.
Woody Harrelson's girlfriend's character was largely unnecessary. Like, she.
No, she wasn't unnecessary. She's there to show that interracial relationships exist within the Star Wars universe.
Oh, fuck off. They had that with Lando and the fucking robot. Whatever. Anyway.
We'll get to that. We're not there yet. We'll get to that.
So Lando. Oh, jeez. Not Lando. Han.
We're not there yet.
So after
the heist fails.
Yeah, the heist fails because fucking
they
Han's a pussy.
Yeah.
Like,
and so they now have to go to the people that hired him.
yeah, they go to like
go talk to Vision from Marvel.
Vision with even worse makeup. um, uh, they go to his
Who
like
is clearly a villain
yeah, they go to his
because
like
he's rich and has a scar down his eye.
not even a scar. Like it looks like he got
He has
freaking
multiple scars down
he
his
got
eye.
clawed down the face by God knows what. I'm surprised they didn't sit there and fucking talk about that for like.
Like you see this guy, you're like, huh, I wonder who the fucking villain's gonna be. Holy shit. And then he's like, oh, I'm gonna kill you because you didn't get me the fuel I wanted. Well, and then they're like, oh, but we can go get it from this other place.
Wait, no. You rushed over the fact that
Oh, God.
Han met his old girlfriend.
His girlfriend's fine, and she's doing great in life.
And she now works for the fucking main villain of
She
the
just
show.
happens to be where Han is
That
for no reason.
I was so
in the entire galaxy.
like she literally was out of the was in and out of the movie, or was out and in. She came back to the movie in a span of like what 10 fucking minutes.
It's longer than 10 minutes, but it feels like it's 10 minutes with how fast the fucking pace is.
Okay, so she's back and
She's back. They go to go tell the boss that, hey, we failed, and while they're waiting for him to show up in his ship, she just walks up to Han like, hey,
wait, no,
Han,
they're in the ship.
what's up, bitch?
They're in the ship and like they're at the party, and then like she just walks up to Han and she's just like, oh hey, by the way, I'm fucking this like gangster guy now and blah blah blah. It's just like
huh?
like what?
Man, for this universe existing in this giant galaxy with hundreds of planets and billions of and trillions of ships all over, she just happened to be on the one that Han just happened to be going to.
Oh yeah,
in this time span.
That's actually another thing I wanted to talk about.
Right after he got free from the Imperial, like the very next ship he was on was the one that she happened to be on. How convenient.
That's another thing I want to talk about with the Star Wars movies in general. They're running out of fucking ideas for planets. It seems like
because they're
have,
using the same 5 planets and everything.
They have a desert planet, they have a snow planet, and then they have
2 snow planets.
There's Hoth, and then there's this freaking train heist one. I guess the ones from Episode 8 are salt planets. Yeah, jeez, fucking.
Because you have to clarify that, hey, this all takes place in the same universe. You know this because this is the same area as the other movie. Remember that other movie that we made like 50 years ago? Look at this.
They weren't on fucking Tatooine. Like, that's the worst part. The sand planet is in Tatooine, and the freaking snow planet is in Hoth.
But they bring up Tatooine.
They bring up Tatooine. Like, while they're on...
go to Tatooine later on. There'll be something waiting for you. This guy named Jabba.
While they're on the fucking sand planet that looks exactly like Tatooine, they're just like, oh man, after we finish this, we're gonna go to Tatooine and go, do something else. But
again, we're getting super ahead of ourselves.
Yeah,
we're not even talking chronologically anymore. We're just bullshitting about shit we hate.
Because it's a mess. Like, the movie's just a fucking mess.
So we just skip straight to Lando?
Well, yeah, pretty much. So,
and that whole thing regarding fucking...
So,
oh god,
they get to Lando.
What Glover.
By the way, what did you think of Donald Glover's performance?
I thought he was bad.
I thought it was fucking terrible. He was trying to.
He was bad in this movie.
What's the name of Lando's original actor again?
I don't know. It's Red Fox from Sanford and Son.
Is it?
No. Are you fucking kidding me? No. Red Fox was like 80 years old when Sanford and Sons came out. He's not Lando Calrissian. Jesus Christ.
Billy D. fucking Williams. I do not know why I did not remember that. Okay, so instead of acting like Lando Calrissian, Donald Glover just chose to fucking sit there and act like Billy D. Williams. Like, he even sat there and
Hello.
Yeah, he acted like Billy D. Williams, not like Lando. Like, he even sat there and would do vocal inflections to make himself sound like Billy D. Williams, and he even like sat there and made his voice deeper to match the baritone of freaking.
He lowered his voice's pitch and drew out his words, and put that little flick on the end of his sentences.
His performance.
Like, hello.
His performance, and it was inconsistent too, because there would be some scenes where he just sounds like a regular Donald Glover.
And yeah, when he starts acting and showing emotion in his character, he just loses all everything he had before when he starts screaming.
Yeah, like when he's interacting with freaking what's the name of the robot? Freaking
I think it's L3.
Yeah, when he's interacting with L3, he doesn't sound anything like Billy D. Williams. It's just when he's talking to
Because when he's talking to Han, he has to be playing as Lando, because that's who we know. We know Lando interacts with Han, but because the writer has no other reference for how Lando talks to anybody else, he's like, he's this cool black dude. Just have him talk like cool black dude to everyone else.
They had a chance
Because fuck consistency.
They had a chance
figuring out how people interact with each other within your own script.
They had a chance to write Lando Calrissian a backstory, because pretty much we know nothing.
No one gets a backstory in this.
We know nothing about Lando Calrissian.
No characters get backstories.
But alright. At least Han has.
Han gets kind of a backstory.
Han has
where he.
I'm talking about like from the original trilogy. When
I'm talking about backstories that exist outside of things we see in this movie.
Okay, Han
gets a moment where he talks about,
because
like my dad left when I was young, blah 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 blah, and when he starts talking about his father and shit like that, that's where I fucking lost it. Because I'm like, this should have been the start of the movie. Han as a kid, dealing with losing his father.
I really noticed that too.
That should have been the start of the movie, and it could have been showing us how Han became, how he became so cocky and so set on becoming a pilot from the very beginning. That should have been the first scene of the movie.
I found it jarring. I thought he was an orphan. I honestly thought he was an orphan.
Why wasn't it the first scene of the movie? Why would you relegate that important plot point to this character to an offhand comment he makes to someone else, like an hour and a half into the movie?
Halfway through,
it makes no sense. While you have this super bland and shitty start of the movie.
Halfway through the movie, Han brings up his fucking father. I'm just like, wait, I thought you were a fucking orphan.
He was orphan because his father left.
But they could have showed that.
No, you have to tell the audience.
They could have just
showing them would just take up more screen time, and we're already on 2 hours.
This movie would have been.
We already shot all this other stuff. We can't shoot more things.
The
movie's too long.
This movie could have easily been.
And studies show if movies exceed a certain length, then they get a worse response because the movie's slow as fuck. We'll just have to cut. Let's have an offhand comment that Han says he misses his dad. That's good. But yeah, fuck that.
But the worst part is, even if they just packed in 15 extra minutes of footage, or not even 15, 10 extra minutes of footage,
a clip of a kid crying in the rain while a ship flies away, that would have been just something.
Just 3 minutes of Han sitting there watching his father come in from. We don't even hear about his fucking mother, mind you.
We don't even see just have a man like from the chest down, tussle his hair and walk off into the distance.
Pretty fucking much. He just comes home.
You could have just done that. You could have just done that. Just show something.
Instead, all you get is
rather than nothing.
Instead, all you get is a freaking shot of a Imperial. The big Imperial ships in the background, and then you have Han sitting there. Oh, my dad used to build those back on my home planet
before he left.
It's just like, this is new information.
You're like, what? That seems really important. It seems like that needs more than just this one line.
It's so fucking awful. This film is terrible.
Do you want to talk about L3?
Oh, gee. I don't even know where to start with L3. L3 is
Oh,
awful. L
the best. Finally, we have the character we Star Wars needed.
like I don't even find her annoying. I just find her like
You don't
unnecessary.
find L3 annoying?
No, I didn't. She, I don't find the character herself annoying. I find the reason behind her being in the movie annoying.
Well, she's there, so we could have that character in the movie, and so we can explain how this console in the background of the other movies got there.
I did. I didn't even freaking. Oh, Jesus H. Christ.
Okay, talk about L3. Well, then explain what L3 is.
Okay, L3.
What she is.
L3 is
For people
Lando's.
that haven't seen this movie and don't
Oh,
understand
jeez.
the
All right.
babbling and laughter,
L3 is Lando's companion droid. That.
quote unquote companion,
Yeah, and she's also his co pilot. And
and they fuck.
it's implied that they fuck. I'm not sure if they fuck.
Hey Lando, can you do that thing later? And Lando was like,
I don't know. I thought
yeah.
that was implied like some kind of foot massage, and that was after she said that, I was so confused. Like, what could that thing be? Like, does he pull her out with some of her wires or something?
Two in the pinko, one in the stinko, my man.
I was just so fucking confused. Like, they had too much fucking.
I squint my eyes. And he's like, is he gonna fuck that robot?
Like, are they gonna show it? Are they even gonna like strongly?
I hope
imply
they show it.
Like, I was just like, are they gonna like freaking scooch off into like a separate room in one scene, and like, is he gonna make
Finally.
out with her or something?
Finally, we have the Star Wars and the Detroit Become Human crossover we always wanted.
This is what we needed in Star Wars. This is the early stages of what happened in Blade Runner.
Star Wars is all about love and family, Josh. This is what it's about. We have to give Lando a love interest as well.
Why couldn't they just give him a regular love interest?
Because we need diversity in our films.
There's diversity, and then there's fucking a droid.
It's gonna get people talking, and people talking equals more butts in the theater.
But it didn't. It fucking didn't. You'd think that, say, like, hey man, in this movie, Lando might fuck a robot. Like, you'd think people would go out to see it, but they don't care. They don't care.
Because that sounds ew. Why? That's not, why? Why is Lando fucking a robot? I don't want to see that. It's weird.
It doesn't make any fucking sense.
Also, why is Lando so important to the Star Wars meta?
He's not.
He's in one of the movies for like 30 minutes.
No, he's in two of the movies.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, he's in the.
But he's barely in them.
He just fucks off for like the majority of episode 6, and then he shows up again at the fucking end. And
Dude,
like, guys, we have to save the world.
Dude, it's like, oh man, black people are so cool. We have this really cool black character. We gotta put him in this movie somewhere. We gotta put him in another Star Wars movie.
That's probably what George Lucas
Oh,
thought.
who's a really cool black guy right
Fucking
now?
Billy D. Williams.
Fucking who's a really cool black actor we can get to play this character? Fucking Donald Glover. He's perfect for the role.
Oh my fucking god.
He's a cool black guy that people like, and he has been in a movie.
That was.
We have a contract with him already because of Spider-Man. We can totally get him in this shit as well.
Jesus Christ.
Is he good at doing a Lando impression? Not really, but he's black, and he's cool.
They could have
That's
just.
all that matters.
They could have just gotten somebody with like a deeper voice. Like Donald Glover sounds like Donald Glover sounds like his age. They could have at least gotten a younger person,
or at least had the person directing the actors to tell him better advice than to just do a shitty impression of the old actor.
The movie is such a mess. It's just such a fucking mess. Okay.
Oh man, you know what I really want to do when this movie comes out on DVD? I wanna take clips in this movie and intersplice it between This Is America, and it's the music video, but every once in a while it'll cut to a scene from Solo, or the behind the scenes thing where Donald Glover's talking about his cape collection, and then it just cuts back to black people getting shot.
I don't know how.
It just goes back and forth like that for like 10 minutes.
I don't know. I think one night when I'm bored, I'm just gonna look through the junkets and see if like I can see the regret in all of the actors' eyes. Like
they put so much emphasis on his fucking capes.
Oh my gosh! Like there's a scene
for no reason.
Okay, hold on. All right. So let's.
Han and his girlfriend go into a closet to make out, and it's just filled with fucking capes. This just capes. There's no other clothes. It's just capes, for no reason.
Okay, so
I don't know why they put so much pressure on the capes, because like
you only see freaking Lando in like one outfit in the original. I don't fucking know, but
this guy has a cape. Let's make him super into capes.
Oh god! All right, so
some spend thousands and thousands of credits on capes.
So, all right, let's continue with the story. So they meet Lando. They play poker, or whatever the
space
fuck
poker.
Yeah, space poker. And then they're like,
I think it's called like Kazakh or some shit.
I don't fucking know. Check the Wikipedia.
It's a pre-existing Star Wars card game that has been in like all the books and games and shit. Oh, I think I remember it being in like Knights of the Old Republic or some shit.
Oh fuck. Okay. Well, yeah, they play,
but it's played completely differently in Knights of the Old Republic.
They play Star Wars poker, and Lando cheats to get Han's non-existent ship, but then, oh jeez, he never.
But okay no. So they need to get Lando's ship.
Yeah.
So to do this, Han goes and gambles, and wagers a bet. Oh, I have this really nice ship. If you beat me, you can have my ship. And Lando's like, yeah, I'll match you with my ship. Let's see who wins. And Lando cheats and ends up winning everything. But then later on, girlfriend shows up and is like, hey, Lando, give us your ship. And Lando's like, okay.
Another pointless.
So there's no need for that gambling scene to even be in the movie at all.
And that's when we're introduced to L3.
Except to establish that Han and Lando are both good at poker, but Lando's a cheater sometimes. Lando's a bit of a dick because he's black.
Okay, so yeah, this is where the movie introduces L3. She's there's robot.
There's
fucking
the
robot
droid fighting ring, which is this robot wars from our real life.
Yeah, fucking.
Except the robots we have right now are better than the ones in this fucking ring.
It is.
I can bring up videos of those robot fighting arenas that we have, and the ones we have right now are already so much better than these shitty ones that they're using in this fucking arena.
But yeah, so she's like banging on the cage, like, you gotta wake up, this is oppression, blah 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 blah, and like
equal rights for robots.
I'm just like, what the fuck is she on about? Like, it doesn't even make any sense because like robots are manufactured and all that stuff. Half of them don't even have.
And it's really funny. It's really funny when the context being is a robot fight. Because for all intents and purposes, the ones in the rings, they might as well just be a drill on a string.
Yeah.
Because it's just... She's just screaming at a toaster. You're oppressed. They're using you for your vote.
Like, I didn't root for her at all because it didn't make any fucking sense. Like, the whole time she was sitting there ranting, I was thinking to myself, like, do droids even have like sentience? Like, I know C-3PO and like R2-D2 have sentience.
Is she going back on the Falcon and yelling at the microwave?
Yeah, it's just
like you need to establish like intelligence levels and the variability between different droids to be able to do this thing.
God.
Like you're not fucking Blade Runner. What the fuck are you doing?
Okay, so after that, they continue on.
Does R2D2 dream of electric sheep? I don't fucking know. I don't give a shit. I doubt it.
I feel like the Star Wars universe is just gonna eventually like end up ripping off Blade Runner, whether it's intentional or not.
We. Oh god.
Oh my god. Okay, so
What? So in this heist crime movie, there's themes of racism and shit going on, but it's not. It's very poorly utilized and makes no sense in context, and is very, very, very heavy-handed.
oh Jesus.
Everything this robot says is some SJW bullshit about equal rights and liberation,
In the red
while also fucking Lando Calrissian for some reason.
in the Red Letter Media
For no,
half in the bag episode on it, they were confused as to whether she was written as pro SJW or like making fun of SJW. And I was genuinely confused too.
well, considering it's a character that we're supposed to like and sympathize with, which is why they have the scene of Lando screaming her name as she gets shot and destroyed. We're supposed to be feeling something there. So I feel like if it was a joke, they wouldn't have made that scene so. They wouldn't have tried to make that scene as emotional as it was.
Well, they fucked up there. Shit. Okay, so after they meet Lando at the fucking gambling bar, they go to the salt mines of Kessel or whatever, and this is where the movie started to pick up for me. Like
But it also went way into oh shit ton more coincidences happen.
apart from that, I actually enjoyed the whole heist of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that was fun where they go down and they go down. Han steals outfits and all that stuff. Like I was just like, oh, okay, this is a fun little heist scene. Like it's not the best,
Yeah.
but it's fun and there aren't fucking talking, so I'll take it. And then, oh Jesus Christ! Then
I go into the Chewbacca thing.
yes, because it's just like, why are there even Wookiees down there?
Why are there Wookiees?
There doesn't have to be Wookiees, and it doesn't even fucking end up mattering. It doesn't matter because
Okay, explain what happens because you're just rambling.
okay, so pretty much there, for some odd reason, in the bottom of these salt mines, there's the hyperfuel that they're going after, or like raw hyperfuel that they're going after, to pay back the debt that they did to Scarface guy. But on their way down, like Han and Chewie are the ones who go down into the salt mine to get it. On their way down, while they're going down, L3 decides to start a robot liberation, which starts
And freeing all the slaves and androids.
yeah, which then frees all the slaves and androids, and all hell breaks loose, and then just by chance, freaking Han and
Not to mention that if she didn't do that, the plane would have gone fine.
the plan would have gone better if she didn't.
Forgetting
do that.
about that, if she didn't do that, everything would have been groovy.
Everything would have been even better, but she
decided, you know what? Fuck this shit. I'm gonna go do this liberation mid fucking heist.
it's so fucking bad. Okay, so while Han and Chewie are like descending into the salt mines, Chewie just so happens to see like other Wookiees being
Other Wookiees that he happens to just know.
he just sees them like being abused, and then like they stop. Han and Chewie stop in the middle of this freaking like revolution that's going on. It's just like, you know what? You can go. You need to go fight for your people. And then I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, what are they doing there? Like like they're just shoehorned in.
Oh, this reminds me of the other thing where with fucking what's his name? The old guy who fucking that Han's working with these heists.
Woody Harrelson.
Yeah, Woody Harrelson's character, where where I was talking about that scene where they're at the campfire, like, oh, it's all about love and family, baby, peace, love, and then the very next scene, right after the train house, he's like, trust nobody. What? No one can be trusted.
Even fucking
With the
Han,
last scene
even
with him
fucking
was
Han
him.
was sitting there asking, like, wait, what about your wife or your girlfriend?
Yeah, exactly. Like it's a very last scene. His wife. He's like making out with, and they're talking about family and love and shit. And the next scene, he's like, trust nobody. It's all about you, man. Don't do nobody for nothing. It's like, what the fuck? His character motivations are changing. Like, within 10-minute time spans.
Okay, so
I forgot to bring that up.
Okay, so they make it out of the salt mine. Freaking L3 gets shot. I didn't feel anything. Like, I didn't even feel like laughing. It was just, I was so bored. The freaking...
Just blank-faced.
I was freaking praying that they were going to be self-aware enough to not have Lando sit there and scream, no!
Nope. L3!
But they fucking did it.
And then he runs off into gunfire to go save this fucking robot. Which you would think the robot would have a memory backup or something.
Something.
Like a cloud.
Not even a cloud, but the way she was shot. Like, her hard drive is maintained, or her CPU is maintained.
You assume all of her memory and hard drive and shit is all stored in her head, which is fine, but her body got destroyed, so she's dead.
Oh god, that didn't make.
You can't just give her a new body or anything. They can't just give her a new body like they did with fucking C-3PO in the previous movies, where he falls apart and is in pieces, and is still talking and fine.
I sat there and I was thinking to myself, like, why did she die? Like,
fucking remember when CP3O was ahead and he's just talking like nothing bad's happening?
Yeah,
and he was created far before L3.
Oh, jeez.
Yet somehow he is more advanced and more durable than this.
He was created before
more futuristic
L3
robot
by a fucking child on. Yeah, Anakin was raised on Tatooine, right?
I don't fucking know.
Yeah, but put it this way: C-3PO was created by a child and has better durability than a fucking, I guess, production line.
Her head is perfectly intact, and she's having this like, Lando, I love, and then she's fucking dead. Like, why is he making these death noises? He's a fucking robot. It makes no sense. They're treating this robot as if it's a human character, but the rules don't apply.
It just doesn't fucking work.
If a robot gets shot in the arm, its arm stops working. It doesn't bleed out like a fucking human.
Okay.
You don't. What are the writers doing? What are they trying to?
So
do they understand what's happening?
I don't know.
Like,
I really don't know, like, what the writers were thinking when they wrote this movie. Honest to God, I cannot tell you. I don't think the writers themselves can tell you.
Do they understand the rules of the things that they're doing? Because there are rules.
I don't.
But there doesn't seem to be rules. There should be. But things just kind of happen.
Yeah, things just happen for no fucking reason. Okay, so...
Like, oh, there's that character. Okay, there they are.
Okay.
What a small world the Star Wars universe is.
So...
What a small world this galaxy is.
So then, after they escape the salt mines, they're running away from the planet or whatever, and then a fucking Imperial blockade comes out of nowhere.
You're forgetting the Elder God.
Wait, what?
Or is the Elder God later?
I think the Elder God's later.
Fucking Cthulhu shows up.
Oh yeah, no. The Imperial blockade shows up, and that's why they have to run into the Elder God.
Yeah, they're like, oh no, we can't get past that. He's like, fuck that shit. I'm gonna go this way through this giant storm of planets crashing into each other in black holes.
The fucking
I'm just gonna go inside of that because, yeah, I got a good feeling about this.
the
They
monster.
should have died as soon as they went in the fucking cloud.
But then you can't have a franchise. the
It's an alternate timeline where Han gets fucking murdered.
I feel like
It's L3 Adventures.
I feel like the fucking octopus monster was enough of like a threat. That's the worst part. The black hole was so
But then did they
unnecessary.
need the octopus monster, and then they also need a black hole on top
They
of it,
didn't like they.
and then also TIE fighters.
There was just too much going on.
Also, why would TIE fighters follow them into the whole
That's
into
what
the
I was
storm?
thinking. Like, they
Like,
once again, all they had to do was add in a scene where the freaking commander was just like, "You better follow them" or something. No, instead it just makes the freaking Imperials
just go straight in after them.
no hesitation.
People-
Not even like maybe
Like,
we should.
if I was a commander and I saw them fly into the storm, I'd be like, okay, good, problem solved. They're dead. Nice. All right, let's get on with our business. Sweet.
No fucking hesitation.
But it said, go after them.
They're not even.
and all
They're
that.
not even
The
there.
pilots are like, yes, sir,
The
of course.
fucking-
We'll go into this
The fucking Imperial blockade wasn't even there for that too. They were there because of the freaking uprising on Castle. But they chased this freaking one.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's another thing. That's another thing. They had no reason to attack the Falcon, and the characters bring it up like, oh, they have no reason to attack us, and then they just attack him anyway for no reason. They don't bring up why they're attacking him. They're just doing it because the Imperials are evil. They're like, they only send one ship at most, and they send like an entire squadron out. They don't explain why or anything. It's just like, yeah, it's fine.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, I swear to God, Red Letter Media was paid off or some shit.
Some shit. Like, this is just.
Like, there's no way that they're just overlooking this shit for no
It's
reason.
too easy to just pick apart. But, okay.
They made fun of L3 and the cinematography, and that's pretty much fucking it.
So, they. Okay, so they make it through all of this bullshit, and then they make it to Tatooine's sequel planet, well, where they can refine the hyperfuel or whatever. But then, oh yeah, we forgot to bring up the fucking Marauders from the
Oh
trails.
yeah, the Marauders, which is led by a child of questionable race.
Yeah, I honestly thought that was gonna be Woody Harrelson's daughter.
I thought so too, but no.
I don't know. Maybe that was
I thought that's where they're gonna go with it.
maybe that was a part of rewrites. Like the way they looked at each other, it was just like, okay, is that his daughter? No, no. She's just some random character.
It looks like no, it's fucking it's weird.
Oh god. Okay, so basically,
And they're like we're actually the good guys, despite trying to murder you on every chance
yeah,
we
they're
get.
just like, oh, the people who
We're
hired
good.
you, they're just terrible people, and they came and cut out everybody's tongue on this planet, and wah wah wah. And Han just sits there and is just like, oh man, now I have to be a good. Oh yeah, that's another fucking thing. I don't know whether it was this the scene with the slate with the people getting their tongue cut out, or if it was a scene where they were making out in Han what's his name? Lando's
Cave
cave
closet.
closet. But Han was sitting there like saying like, I'm gonna be a bandit. Yeah, I'm gonna be a bandit now. And then fucking literally his love interest sits there and says, no, you're the good guy. I'm just like, what though?
I think that was the cave closet. You're the good guy, Mr. Thief who steals things from people who need
And I
them.
was just like, what the fuck is this? This honestly sounds like it sounds like a fucking
Also, another thing, the Marauder. I just realized something. Okay, so go back to the train house. The Marauders were there to stop them from stealing the fuel from the Imperials to give to the Red Circle. But if they're part of the rebellion, wouldn't they rather the Red Circle get them rather than the Imperials?
I think what they were doing was they were trying to steal it for themselves. so that they could sell it to fund the rebellion. If the Red Mist, or
But Woody Harrelson specifically brings up how the Marauders has been annoying them for a while.
I don't know. If you look too deep into
the Marauders are barely in this movie, despite being the whole arcing point between Han becoming a true neutral to becoming neutral good.
Yeah. They're literally the only reason why fucking Han turns good.
The Marauder head takes off her helmet. It's a little girl, and he's like, "I'm a good guy now."
And they're in the movie for like 5 minutes. Holy shit. Okay, so
it's no Soylent Green, but all right, I guess I'll take it.
Oh my fucking god! So they pretty much say like, don't give the hyperfuel to bad guy. Give
to this guy because he's a bad guy because he wears all black and he has scars across his eyes.
Yeah, give the hyperfuel to us, and then Han's just like, you know what, this is a good idea. Blah 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 blah. And then Woody Harrelson's like, fuck you, I'm out. And then I
want money and I want to not die, which you think would be a lot more reasonable than the other characters make it out to be.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you don't want to die? You're evil.
No, I was just like, okay, let him go. like I would let him go. Like, if he doesn't want in, then he doesn't want in. I was expecting the Marauders to at least give Han and them like a smaller cut so that they could continue, but no.
No, give it to us for free.
Oh, jeez.
You guys have to be hunted down for the rest of your lives and get no reward as a result. Because this is a moral win. I know you've lost multiple lives and all your loved ones on this quest, and now you guys are on the brink of death. But give it to us anyway, because we're the good guys, because we say we are.
Yeah, Jesus.
We have... They give no proof that what they're saying is even true.
They really don't.
They point at natives on this planet who don't even speak the same language like those guys.
Yeah.
They suffer a lot because of these people. Just give it to us instead.
Oh,
we're the good guys.
So
except dying because we're you gotta do the right thing.
We're almost there.
You're one of the good ones, Han.
We're almost to the end of the movie. Let's just push through. Okay, so at the end they
it's a big double cross, triple cross.
Yeah. By this point in the movie, I just wanted the fucking movie to end. Like, the entire time Han and Scarface were fighting, I was just like, can they just fucking end the movie? Like, can the movie just fucking end?
Han goes in to give the fuel to the big bad guy. He's like, yeah, I got the fuel. Too bad it's fake. And Woody Harrelson comes out like, yeah, I told him your plan. Sucks to be you. And then...
Yeah, you got the rest of it. I'm fucking tired.
Yeah, no, and it's like, yeah, I betrayed you. And then, what happens next? Something happens.
Okay, pretty much Woody Harrelson...
Oh, no. What happens is like... It's like, oh, yeah, and we're going to go kill your Marauder friends now. And then, like, oh, no, the Marauders ambushed us, despite us going to ambush them.
Oh, God.
Oh, no. And they don't have the real fuel. And the guy's like, what? And Han's like, yeah, I brought you the real fuel.
Which was a fucking dumb idea. You could have just...
What you think at that point, like, okay, cool. Here's your money. Get out. But instead Han looks at Woody Harrelson like, yeah, you know what to do. And they all kill the guards and shit. And then I think Woody Harrelson just kind of fucks off.
Woody Harrelson takes the hyper.
Yeah, he takes the fuel and runs
away. And
While Han and his girlfriend fight off the big boss guy, which took a lot longer than it should.
oh jeez,
Consider the fact that they're both trained criminals, and this is just a guy.
I'm telling you, I wanted the fucking movie to end during the entire fight.
It's like a 15-minute fight scene between this scrawny ass motherfucker and two trained criminals. Han was trained in the army, and so was his girlfriend, and they can't seem to fight off this guy 2v1.
Oh jeez.
Despite Han having a gun and him having a fucking knife.
Oh jeez. Okay.
But eventually they win, cause and then the girlfriend's like, "I'll stay behind. You go after Woody Harrelson. Get that fuel back."
The whole time I was sitting there thinking, the whole time she was saying that, I was just sitting there like, why would you even buy the fact that like she's staying behind for any other reason to do some shady shit? Like,
I don't fucking know. and then Han goes to Woody Harrelson, and he's like, and Woody Harrelson's like, "You're a good guy, kid." And he's like, "Yeah, I know." And Woody Harrelson starts talking about love and family, and Han just shoots him, which I thought was really funny.
that was the one.
He gets trying. He's like, "Oh shit, that was the first smart thing you did this entire movie." And then he dies, and Han's like, "Yeah, I got the fuel. Time to give it to the orphans." And then
Wait, yeah, and then it cuts to the love
and
interest
then it cuts to fucking girlfriend,
talking
and she's
to
in
Darth
on a
Maul.
video chat with fucking Darth
And
Maul.
I was just like, what the like, they couldn't resist.
like-
They just couldn't resist. Like, they
And
couldn't.
Darth Maul takes out his lightsaber
It
to
just
threaten
shows
her.
it off.
The-
They literally couldn't resist going the entire movie without showing a fucking lightsaber. And I was just like, what?
They were this close. They were so close.
They were so close. And then
And fucking Red Letter brought this up, but like, wow, for a monochrome hologram, it's sort of just like showing the color red. So you know it's a bad guy.
Holy shit, dude. This movie's the best. Alright, that's pretty much the end. All that happens is they...
And then now Han is he's now stranded on this desert island.
But he somehow makes it to a separate... he makes it to where Lando ends up.
It is assumed that he gets away with the orphans.
Yeah. So he makes it...
And then he goes back to Lando, wins the ship.
And then the fucking movie ends and we all...
And then it ends. And then I left the theater and didn't even wait to see if there was a secret ending.
Yeah, no,
So
neither
just
did I.
wanted to get
Like,
the
as
fuck
soon as
out.
the fucking credits started rolling, I got up and left. Like, I didn't want to endure anything else. I was so happy
I
when
was
the
like,
fucking
fuck this
movie
shit, I'm
was
gonna go
done.
piss.
Oh my god. So yeah, that's Han Solo. Don't fucking see it.
Solo, a Star Wars film.
Gee,
Star Wars story.
It's terrible. It's just really fucking bad. And I really...
It's a mess.
oh, jeez. It's a mess.
It's almost as bad or equal to The Last Jedi.
I
think it's less insulting than The Last Jedi.
Well, at least The Last Jedi is a competent film on the base level.
No, it's not.
Well, no,
No, it's
you
not.
can... No, I'm talking about visually. Like, you can make out the characters at all times.
Yeah, oh yeah. You can see what is happening.
You
in
can
The Last
see what's
Jedi.
going on.
You can look at characters and be able to identify them
Yeah.
in The Last Jedi.
Jesus. This...
And you can see the things that are going on.
I don't think I'm gonna take a chance on another Star Wars side film after this. Thanks for listening. Don't see Han Solo, but thanks for watching, and have a nice day.